Hey, what's up everyone? This is your boy James and I am back with another video for you guys today. And today I just want to do like a reaction video, and especially to a reaction video that just keeps popping up on my feed recently, and other content creators are just talking about it too. When it comes to with this woman, and especially when it comes to just like, when it comes to just like with with the topics of sexuality and relationships, and just like when it comes to with this documentary called I Slept with 100 Men in One Day by Josh Peter, and and just really when it comes to with this woman too, I keep seeing her pop up in a lot of content creators that I watch just for educational and entertainment purposes only. Let me rephrase that, especially for this woman who pops up on my feed when it comes to just like when it comes to with certain content creators that I watch for educational and entertainment purposes only. So sorry for that little mishap that I said earlier, but I just really want to just dive in and just really watch this documentary for the first time, because I seen this woman popped up on my feed a lot too, and I have nothing against her, don't get me wrong. I'm just a small content creator who just makes videos just for entertainment purposes only, and I'm not trying to put anyone down or just like or just like shame them too when it comes to that. But I'm just gonna really just keep it honest too, and keep it real, and just really share my own feelings and thoughts about it too when it comes to with this documentary too. And it's by Josh, I think his name is Josh Peters. I hope I'm not butchering your name, but shout out to you for making this documentary. So it's just like when it comes to just with this documentary too, and especially for YouTube also. I'm not trying to break YouTube's guidelines. I really want to grow my own channel. I'm not desperate or anything. I'm just really keeping it real and saying that for anyone who is just watching this for the first time, or even just the second time too. And you guys are always welcome to share your own feelings and thoughts about this documentary. If you guys ever feel a certain way about it too when it comes to with that, I totally understand. That is totally cool. You have every right to express yourself. And just like I just want to just make that disclaimer, just when it comes to just like like when it comes to with the topics of relationships and sexuality, personal empowerment too, when it comes to with that, I'm not sure, and this is just me just seeing this for the first time too when it comes to with this documentary. I'm not sure what her intention is when it comes to with sleeping with 100 men in one day, but I'm just gonna really and just really share my feelings at the end of this documentary after I fully watch it, and just really share my own feelings and thoughts about it too when it comes to her. And so far, I'm just gonna say this, just seeing her for the first time, she's a very beautiful woman. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I love women, especially if they're black, if you're white, if you're Asian, Latino, hell, even like a Kryptonian or a Saiyan too. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. So it's just with that, and I just think I'm a really big supporter when it comes to with not only personal empowerment, but also with healthy relationships and wellness also too, in every aspect too. If you're in the tantra community, if you're in a dominant and submissive community too, and especially if you're in the adult entertainment business too. I mean, especially if you're doing it in a really healthy and powerful way. I know it's kind of like crazy for me to say that, but I'm just gonna keep it real. But anyways, I'm about to share my own feelings and thoughts, even though I haven't fully watched the documentary. So I'm gonna shut the hell up. I'm gonna turn off my camera, but also too, I'm going to just really play this documentary for you guys too. And if you guys ever want to check out this documentary for yourself at any time, I'll make sure to post a link to the original video in the description below. So if you guys ever want to watch it for yourself, you're more than welcome to do so without my own commentary. And without further ado, let's get this party started. So let's see what she's all about.
I'm ready for that. apprehensive because they want me to be safe and they want me to make good decisions and stuff like that. I just think I can't hold myself back and do something that I'm scared what other people might think.
Your parents must be very sort of forward-thinking and open-minded, which is great, because I think if I told my parents that I was the UK's biggest cunt, they probably they wouldn't like that. You show me the set.
No, of course, the set where the magic happens.
What's this?
I was trying to train my dog how to use it to like get so she needs.
Oh, so that's not for.
No, it's not for like purposes. Don't
Okay.
worry. Are you into any of that like kinky stuff?
Not massively. No judgment. But like I haven't done much kinky stuff.
No, I usually just like get my little camera, pop it on there. I mean, it's usually quite easy. And then it depends if we're doing like we usually talk through if we want to do like a storyline.
Yeah.
Or just more of like a gonzo video.
What's a gonzo video?
Just normal, like just the actual part. I'd rather do it like this where I pop it up, or like have my assistant film it for me, because then you can usually get a bit better angles if like someone else is moving it. And
that's not like awkward, like having her film it or anything?
No, not at all. This is like my toy drawer.
Okay.
I'll get some out for you. You'll be shocked as to what goes up my ass.
I'm afraid that's just a cone.
It's a hefty thing. Go up either hole.
No, it can't.
These are more like my toys. Before I do a shoot, I'll wear like a plug all day. This is more for like girl on girl stuff.
Yeah, it's got the double end.
This one's another like big kind of one.
Looks angry. Looks like Smaug from The Hobbit.
Smog
is the dragon.
That's more like a toy, but it's quite cool because you can put that in and it's like see-through and you can obviously see inside your hole.
Which is obviously great.
These ones are with them because they get like all types of bodily liquids like in there. Vibrators, very relatable. Normal kind of looking ones.
Right.
Strap on, tail, double toy.
Oh, he's got a bum. Thank you for showing us.
No worries.
After showing me her eclectic collection, Lily invited me to join her for a stroll on the King's Road to find an outfit to wear for her upcoming big day of sleeping with 100 men.
What would be the demographic of guy that would recognize you normally?
I'd say more of a, it's going to sound mean, but more like a chubby, younger guy. And not ones that you find in Chelsea, I don't think.
Right. You're going to have to the 100 guys. Do you ever think about what it would be like if you ran into one of them in the streets after that had happened?
When I did 37 guys in a day, I genuinely can't remember any of their faces.
Right.
Or maybe if I saw their then like I'd recognise them. But if I don't find someone attractive, I struggle to like look at them while I'm having sex with them.
But you don't struggle to have sex with them?
No. Before I had sex, I was never much of a... I actually wanted to wait till marriage at one point. I just used to think it was a real special thing. As soon as I actually did it, I kind of realised that it wasn't special. And also that I just really loved it and really enjoyed it and that I wanted to do it way more often.
And do you think your partner one day will be someone from the industry most likely, or?
Yeah, I talk about this a lot with my parents because that's the one thing I guess they worry about is like, you ever find a boyfriend?
Yeah.
But there's so many guys out in the world. I think, one poor bastard's got to marry me. I rather think it's going to be someone from the industry or someone who is into lending me out.
Lending you out?
Yeah. Like into hot wife or being a...
We're looking basically for an outfit for you to wear when you have to the 100 guys in one day.
Yeah. These guys have all seen me online, like I can't turn up looking like a hag.
No.
Yeah. Do you like that one or the black one? I can always get both.
Will you just get like one, or will you get like a few?
I might get a couple in case one gets a bit soggy.
It's all tax deductible.
Yeah, 100%.
That's
Something
amazing.
to do with your business. That's quite nice. A bit more of a push up.
I've left Lily to it. Are these men going to be appreciating the time, effort, and dedication that has gone into this? It's not actually, but I'm filming a video with a girl who's going to be sleeping with 100 guys in one day, and she is picking out her outfit for that day.
Oh, how interesting.
Yeah.
Does she find them on the internet?
Yes. So you can apply if you're a subscriber of her OnlyFans. So up to 100 people, and then the whole 100 of them get to have to the one at a time on the 19th of October in London.
Oh, and it's on television.
It's going to be on her OnlyFans.
Oh, I see. Okay. She's got to have an early night tonight.
Yes, she does. A lot of electrolytes, a lot of sustenance, a lot of fiber.
Okay, lovely.
Okay. Have a great night. Lovely to meet you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Bye there. She seemed kind of okay with that, which I wasn't expecting.
Is this one of them fake taxis?
I don't know what's a fake taxi.
You don't know what fake taxi is? Have you never seen like it on Hub? It's called fake taxi, and basically the taxi driver ends up like f***ing the passenger.
Really?
Yeah. Search it all when you get home.
So far, is this a normal day in the life of Lily Phillips?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, I'm gonna go home now.
Yeah.
Some content and stuff like that. I'll show you how I go about just filming day to day.
How much does it cost for the video calls?
How much are they? Like 100 per minute.
Per minute?
300 for 5 minutes. And then 500 for 10 minutes.
Wow.
You think a taxi driver would know what fake taxi was?
Oh, he knows.
Lily agreed to show me the business side of her operation. OnlyFans might be what she enjoys, but it also provides a hefty paycheck.
Your moneymaker is OnlyFans.
I started an OnlyFans.
$1 million in a day.
£42,000 in one night.
I'm going to go get some oysters and champagne.
You have your little ones?
They can cry in a Ferrari.
I'll show you my first month. $13,338.
And can you give us like any indication as to what a more recent month might look like?
I'll just show you. I don't really want to say if that's okay.
I think it's more money than you might be imagining. And you made me pay for the cab. So you say you're going to do some work today. Like, how are you going to decide what to film this afternoon?
I usually am going to prioritize my customs.
Like they've paid for like a customized request?
Yeah, customized requests that maybe I say their name in it or something that they're really into that I don't have already. Sin, what you're up to. Sometimes it's just general conversation. Like sometimes guys just want to talk.
Have you like recognized any of the names in here of people that you might know?
Oh yeah, definitely. There's been some guys like outwardly say like we used to go to school together.
Wow.
Or some of like dad's friends and stuff like that.
What messaging you?
Yeah. I just tried to keep it very professional.
Your version of keeping it professional is sort of the opposite of everyone else's version of keeping it professional.
Yeah.
Have you ever received any scary message on here, that like something that frightened you or made you feel unsafe?
Some people's requests are sometimes way too much. Like I had literally last week, like, can you put a bag over your head and pretend to be like suffocated?
Whoa, what the
It depends
hell?
obviously on the request, but stuff like that I probably
Wow,
won't do.
that's crazy.
I don't want to encourage it. Like
Yeah.
that for me, I don't think that's doing helping
What if someone
society.
offered you $1 million to do it?
I probably would bend my morals for that, yeah.
Yeah, me too. You've got spreadsheets. This is incredible.
just-
I can't believe you tried to tell me you weren't a businesswoman at one point. You've got a spreadsheet.
This guy's paid for a bottle of spit in a 6-minute video.
You did what, sorry?
I paid for like a bottle of spit. Just me like spitting into
Oh,
a
what
bottle.
the hell?
And is he going to receive that? Or?
Oh,
Yeah, I'll
whoa.
send it in the post.
Lily invited us to observe the creation of a custom one of her subscribers had paid $300 for.
So the guy's asked for a cuff instruction and he wants it kind of adopted style. So a little bit more like me telling him what to do. And he's asked for me to wear a black bikini and some high heels. So I'm sure we've got one in here somewhere. I mean, this one's extremely skimpy, so I'm sure he'll like that.
Okay, well, good luck.
Thank you.
All the best. Are you? Is it that you're going to get him to eat his own semen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
So-
what the hell?
Okay.
Whoa. Ain't that some shit? What the hell?
Take it and eat it.
What? Oh, shit.
Bye.
Wow.
That was very interesting.
It's kind of fun. You're kind of like playing an acting role.
Yeah.
What Lily had shown us so far was fairly in keeping with most creators on OnlyFans. However, what she was planning to do in a couple of weeks' time had never been seen before.
Whoa, that's a lot of messages there.
This is where the applications are coming
non-stop.
through.
Holy
Where the guys
shit.
messaged him. I had it switched off for a little bit, so it's just...
So how are you doing this? You put out a phone number
Yeah.
and people can just apply?
Yeah, so I put out a little Twitter post, and all you do is have to send in a
What
photo
the
of you holding
fuck?
your ID. So this guy's from Belgium. He is 32. Oh, he's from Barbados. Jesus. We're going global.
I hope it's
This
not
was
who I
gonna be
think it
completely
is.
random as to how you pick them.
Yeah, like we said, we
Holy
prioritise
shit.
the ones for our best eye checks. Yeah, I guess the only thing I'm nervous for is like for them to have a good time. I want to make sure they enjoy themselves and don't come away from it like, oh, I feel disgusted or that wasn't fun. 2006.
Oh my God.
So
How
what's
does that make him? So 18.
18, yeah. I mean, he does like 18, doesn't he? Hey there, I know I'm late, but would love to f you and lose my virginity.
He actually said loose
Oh,
my virginity
shit.
just to get his spelling fixed.
I think other people in the industry definitely look down on me for doing this, but I think at the end of the day, people forget there's also my fantasy, and this is also something that I'm really enjoying and want to do and have wanted to do before I was even in the industry.
Our filming was interrupted briefly by a phone call from Lily's mother. Apparently, she calls Lily every day.
Mum always call me every day. What have you been up to today? I'm just getting railed. What are you? No, they're just always checking in on me.
You've obviously spoken to your parents about this, right?
I actually haven't. My parents know what I do, but I'm not on the phone to them every day going, oh, you know, I just got DP'd, I'm 17 guys today, or this and that. They don't need to know the logistics.
Of course.
I do feel a little bit like embarrassed being like, Mom and Dad, I'm 100 guys.
Why?
I guess because it's not really what my parents would have wanted me to do. Doesn't mean to say my parents are like going to disown me or hate me or anything like that. I just don't want them to think less of me, you know. Like we can still be like very close and stuff like that, but I just don't think they need to know like exactly every single detail.
Yeah. But they'll find out, right?
Yeah, probably. Yeah. This is the thing I think with like my like career and stuff like that. We're not sat here talking about, oh, I filmed this with us today, or you know, I filmed this, because there's just no need. I remember my dad saying like, my friends talked about you, like seeing you on mobile or something like that, and they know, but like there's just no point in being like, oh, you know, I'm doing this or doing that.
Yeah. Are there days where you second guess it ever?
Not particularly. There are days where I'm sat here on a Sunday, I am feeling a little bit more lonely. My friends have all got boyfriends, and I'm like, you know, I see a comment and people are like, God, no one's ever going to marry you or something like that. And that can definitely like make me feel a little bit like, oh God, have I chose the wrong career? But like, I just totally love my job. But just like people talking about your body constantly, how you look, every day someone like picking at you, I think that's the hard part. And also just the pure fact that people think so much less of you. Yeah. Before anyone ever meets you, they already perceive you to be something. I think now I'd find it hard to make friends in terms of like real friends that really just see me for who I am and not like, oh, like pop star online, whatever, this kind of like persona.
Yeah.
Also just like all of social media, like everyone is preying on your downfall. Banks don't allow you to bank with them. Your Instagram's trying to get shut down. Like, you know, it's just like the little things that's just like no one likes what you do. And everyone just thinks less of you, basically.
I see that you've kind of like taken on the word like and almost owned it in a way.
Yeah, 100%. I don't mind being called. I'm sleeping with 100 guys in a day. That is the definition of a sexuality.
Would you refer to yourself as a feminist?
Yeah. At the end of the day, doesn't feminist mean like you just want equal rights for boys and girls? And yeah, I do what I want and I do it because I enjoy it. I think there are obviously some women that maybe go into it because they have to or need the money and stuff like that, or they're kind of coached into it by men. But my personal experience is I've only ever felt empowered by the fact that I'm making money off something that I think guys will do anyway. Like, guys are always going to sexualize me, so I may as well try and profit off that bit.
I mean, not all guys are going to sexualize you.
I don't really know. I think I'm not, maybe not all guys, but some would. I mean, I'm like a part of the problem. It's so hard because like doing extreme stuff like this is not normal. Like, and I think then guys are probably going to expect girls to maybe be as strong as me and sleep with this many guys and take it up with us or do stuff like that isn't real life sex. It's kind of hard to wrap my head around.
But you do enjoy doing it.
Yeah, exactly. And I think people forget it is my fantasy and this is what I enjoy. And so it's hard because you're like being selfish, but you're also not helping the situation.
I left Lily's house with more questions than answers. I still couldn't understand why she felt the need to do what she was doing and whether it was truly what she wanted to be doing. I thought it might be helpful to hear the perspective of another OnlyFans creator, so I reached out to Alex Letitia, also known as the Queen of Southampton.
So now this is something I've wanted to know all day. Do I call you Alex or do I call you the Queen of Southampton?
Oh, either. No, you call me Alex. Basically, I went into OnlyFans because we were really, really broke. It was really last resort. I had never, ever sent anyone a nude prior to this ever in my life. So I was so naive going into it. I started off just doing bikini pictures and lingerie, but it is a slippery slope. And the demand is more. Before you know it, you're having sex on camera.
And is that something you regret?
There's a lot I regret on there.
Do you feel scared that you might ever have to start doing things you don't want to do in order to keep that money coming in?
It is scary, yeah, because people are starting to do the most outrageous things online. I've seen so much of it lately, and I think my daughter's already getting stick for what I do. And like I said, I don't really do anything controversial compared to all these other girls. And it just keeps being like leveled up and up and up of the expectations.
Well, on Saturday, I'm going to another OnlyFans creator, Lily Phillips, is planning to sleep with 100 men in a single day for OnlyFans content. Have you heard about this?
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
What do you think?
I think it's really sad. I just worry about her mental health. I'm hoping it's a hoax and it's not going to actually happen. I don't know. From what I've seen of her, I think she's like young and beautiful. I don't think she has to sleep with 100 guys in one day for attention. I don't know. It's like medically, is she going to be in a lot of pain? Mentally, you're going to be known as the girl that shot 100 guys in one day. And I think that's really sad. The problem is that when you sign up to objectifying yourself, it's like you're signing a deal with the devil. Like no one is going to see you as a human being. It gets to the point where everyone objectifies you. That's the reality of it. You're like the cash cow.
Do you think the kind of thing Lily's doing this weekend is the future of OnlyFans?
I hope it isn't, but we keep seeing so many sort of outrageous stunts. Maybe people assume they have to do that in order to get attention and followers. So it is just going to have to get more outrageous, which is quite scary if you think about it. Oh, I'm just worried about the smell for you.
The smell?
Yeah, I feel like the smell will be bad.
Thank you so much, Alex.
That's a good point there.
The whole thing, I think I'm realizing, is actually more mental than we originally thought. There are 100 men turning up to have sex with her for 5 minutes each in a single day. I mean, there's a decent chance that one of them is going to be dangerous. One of them might have a weapon, have a criminal record. a few of them will have STIs. You can just on a basic statistic, you can know that a few of them are going to have STIs. So let's just hope those condoms are good ones.
I had a sinking feeling that perhaps Lily hadn't fully thought through the challenge she was undertaking.
How are we looking? We're 1 week away.
I think we've got about 50% of them confirmed.
And then you're checking that they've done an STI test?
Yeah, so prioritising guys who have STI tests. They have to screenshot the results kind of thing. But this is the thing with it, like you can never 100% know if they've had an STI test. And even if they had, they could have slept with 10 girls in between the test and things like that. It's more just like, you know what you're getting involved in if you're willing to participate.
Are you going to kiss any of the guys?
Definitely. I feel like some of them would be a bit put off, especially when they know I've just had like 57 guys inside me or whatever.
Why do you think that would put them off?
I think it's more if someone's to my face. I can imagine that's what's put another guy off.
So you would let like these guys do that on your face?
Yeah.
And in your mouth?
Yeah.
What if they had HIV?
Is that where it comes from? The spunk in the mouth?
It can.
Oh, really? See, I've never really thought about that. Last time when I did it, that all of them could in their mouths. I can't really explain it. I get like serotonin, like from when people are like, "Oh my god, you're that on the internet." Sounds crazy.
I know, and I know you're saying that to me right here, but I don't believe that.
Really?
No.
I kind of love like ruffling feathers a little bit and people getting a bit like agitated by maybe the fact that I must people think I'm like so sad and stuff like that. But that could not be like further from the truth. I don't think people realise like how happy this makes me. But I just think it's so funny and fun. I can't really put it into words.
Have you done anything to make sure there's not someone with a criminal record, for example, coming down?
We actually have not, no.
Do you feel safe?
Yeah. I mean, pretty sure I could take on some 50-year-old guy. No, I think it'll be fine. I'd like to think that guys aren't there, so I don't know what they would do anyway.
It is London, like you've put out a public call, so technically anyone could come down as long as they were over the age of 18.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I'd like to think someone won't go to that effort to put in their ID, drive there, you know. It's quite a big process for someone just to, I don't know, do something like that, maybe. I'm not really sure.
I had a sinking feeling that perhaps Lily hadn't fully thought through the challenge she was undertaking. But maybe I was wrong and everything was under control.
What the hell?
After all, Lily and her team seemed very relaxed about her mission. So relaxed that she squeezed in another job the night before, in Newcastle.
Hi, I'm going to be at Blinkers at Newcastle Racecourse this Friday, the 18th of October. I'm super excited. Apparently there's meant to be over 6,000 university students. It's the biggest uni event in Newcastle, so I can't wait.
It is the night before Lily's big day. These girls don't seem very prepared. They're currently on their way to Newcastle, and then they're going to be coming back late tonight, and then Lily's going to sleep with 100 guys tomorrow morning, which seems mental to me. It doesn't seem like things are going great. There are a lot of guys cancelling. They're scrambling now to find people at the last minute. I don't understand how the guys they're scrambling to find at the last minute are going to get STI checks in time. I feel a bit nervous going to this random Airbnb tomorrow for Lily to pull off the stunt, so I can't actually imagine how Lily must be feeling.
That's a catchy day.
It's raining.
I'm not gonna lie. That's a catchy alarm.
Woken up so early to film sex. I've never filmed sex, but you know what I mean. This is where it's happening. I don't know where Lily and the gang are. It doesn't seem like anyone's actually here yet. One thing I can say is hidden in plain sight. It's not exactly where you'd expect someone to be having sex with 100 guys. It's 8:35. They were meant to be here at 8 a.m. They're nowhere to be seen. Do you guys want to get some cover?
Just as we were starting to think the Queen of Southampton was right, and this was all a hoax, the first man arrived.
Hey guys, I'm here for the thing.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's a bit early.
I'm Josh, by the way.
Oh,
Hey, nice to meet you.
I never really think about things before I do them, so
of course.
just kind of do them
I'll
and
talk
then
about that in a
think,
bit.
oh, you know, was that okay?
Oh, shit.
We received a text from Lily's team asking us to not draw attention to the rented Airbnb where the stunt was set to take place.
She's asked us to not be around the property so we don't draw attention to it.
So I asked lucky participant number 1 if he wanted to go for a stroll while we waited for Team Lily to arrive.
So you're obviously a subscriber of Lily's on OnlyFans.
I'm going to be honest with you, it was only when she said.
So you got a text, but they sent the address quite late, didn't they?
Yeah, just this morning. Funny, like, in the text, it was like, you know, if you have any friends who'd like to take part, and I was like, oh, it's one of my motivations for coming here.
Yeah.
Like, is it going to happen, you know?
Yes.
Am I going to get mugs? It's on the circle line.
Yeah.
I go to DNA after.
Finally, Lily arrived.
Hello. Lovely to meet you. Lucky number 1.
An hour behind schedule with a security guard on the door, we were allowed inside.
Nice to meet you.
Hello. Hi there. Fair enough.
Everyone get naked now.
What the fuck? Y'all got jokes.
Lovely house. I like that big mirror.
Yeah.
I don't know where to put myself. I feel like just float. Everyone's just floating.
Everyone looks a performer today just gets on the couch drinking.
The atmosphere inside was nervous and very strange.
Lots of bananas.
No one, including Lily's team of assistants, seemed to have much of a plan in place for the day.
I don't know what's going on here. There's a lot of forms this time. The admin side of things is crazy.
Having had their IDs checked and release forms signed in order to allow publication on OnlyFans, 6 men sat anxiously on a sofa, waiting for their turn to have sex with Lily. Meanwhile, it seemed the reality of what Lily was undertaking was starting to become slightly more real.
Hello.
Hello. How are you feeling?
Nervous. No, excited. It's nice to actually meet the boys because it puts you at ease a bit.
This is crazy.
Yeah.
I'm nervous. Is it?
Yeah, who wouldn't be nervous? That's the question. Who wouldn't be nervous?
No, I'm a little
I would be too.
Okay.
I'm excited.
Just putting a baby monitor in here so I can keep an eye on you.
Yeah. Have you had like an energy drink?
Yeah. I had a squash pastry in the car.
Okay.
And with Theodore.
Lunch or anything? What do you think?
I think I'm gonna have a break. I think it gets to about 12 and have a little
Okay.
Breeze.
Yeah, that's good. Are the guys going to shower? Or
No.
that just comes straight and the condoms?
Yeah, they're in my bag. I bought like 200 of them.
Yeah, that's good. Just in case because of my break.
Exactly.
And like, do we think we're going to get to 100 today?
Yeah, I'm not leaving without it.
Yeah, I came last night, yeah.
Oh, shit.
Came in last night after work.
Oh, guys, we are really behind.
I got in at 6 o'clock this morning.
Oh my god.
I'm excited just to get the first one in.
Yeah.
Like, you just like want it to start. It's like
Yes.
doing a race, like you just want it to start.
It's early in the morning to be out.
Yeah.
And 5 minutes each, right?
5 minutes each. Probably might do a little bit less time. I think there's about 8 of them.
Okay.
That's all I don't want to keep them waiting too long.
Fine. Yeah. Just all the best.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, careful. Kill it. Lots of fluids.
Thank you.
We might not film the guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
Just as proceedings were about to commence, we were asked to leave. It was hard not to feel concern for Lily as we left the house. She seemed more apprehensive about what she was doing than she had done over the past few weeks. Perhaps the reality of the situation was beginning to dawn on her. It certainly was for me.
It was just weird. Like, that's all I can describe it as. It's just so weird. Like, I think Lily seemed
a bit more nervous than she seemed throughout this, but still like kind of up for it. I just cannot believe in the middle of this like super affluent suburb, this girl is about to just have a load of strangers, 100 strangers in someone's Airbnb. One of the men participating agreed to speak with us after having spent his allotted 5 minutes with Lily. He had flown in from Switzerland just for this.
So I came last night and I'm leaving basically after. I went for the authentic experience.
Okay.
I had pie.
Pie,
Yeah,
British
the
pie,
pub, yeah.
and mash.
Yeah.
How long have you known or been a fan of Lily Phillips?
Since the beginning, I would say.
Did you ever think you'd be able to have sex with her?
No, never.
And today you did?
Yes.
Were you nervous this morning going in there?
Yes, especially when I saw all the guys, the cute.
Yeah.
And I was definitely nervous.
Were you worried that maybe some of the other guys aren't going to get an STI check? Or?
A little bit, but also I think the risk for the guys is maybe less high than for her. This has to be the most expensive shag ever.
Really?
Yeah.
How much?
200 to get tested, 250 for the flight, maybe 800.
£800 and worth it?
That's an investment.
Yes.
Holy crap.
Without a doubt.
Excuse my language, not to put him down saying, whoa.
How are you doing?
That's crazy. Holy shit.
How's it going so far? How many are we on?
Oh, man.
Only 8.
Originally, we had been told we'd be allowed back to film with Lily while she had a break for lunch at 2 p.m. However, we received a text from her PA explaining that they were overrunning and they were going to have to skip lunch.
Sorry, it's chocker, and anytime she gets a break, it's for a quick shower and eat, and then back to working, so no time to be filming during her breaks.
However, we were able to speak to another man as he left the Airbnb, although he seemed shaken by the experience.
How are you feeling?
It's not something that I'd normally do, but I saw it. I feel not much wrong.
Yeah.
I think I saw it, and I just thought, fucking might as well just do it.
And like, how long did you get with that?
She said 5 minutes, and then halfway through, she said she hadn't started the timer, so she said like 5 minutes from now. This was all hot.
So you got to back.
Yeah, this is what she told me.
Do you know how many guys have gone before you?
No idea. No idea.
Yeah, like, is that like,
I don't really know. I just thought.
Are you happy you did it?
A little bit. I'm just a bit nervous for more 5 hours. My dad took me out straight away. Yeah.
Hey, sorry, we've got so many people here right now. It's absolute mayhem. I've had like 100 cigarettes. I'm chain smoking through this. I feel like this is going to go on a lot later than we planned. We planned it to end at like 7, but I think it's going to run until like 9, 10 p.m. maybe.
Currently 7 p.m. About, I'd say, I think about 70 people through.
After hours of waiting, we tried to get back into the Airbnb. We ended up being delayed by one of her assistant's boyfriends, a close-up magician who had been performing for men in the waiting room.
No. Magic man. What the hell?
Lily's PA gave us some more updates and promised us that they were nearly finished.
How far off is she from finishing?
Not far. I thought we're nearly done. We've got a few people who have like gone home and then they've called us and like, can my friend come? I just told him how sick it was. And we're like, yeah, bring it. Like, send your friend over. Well, no, it's been great for like networking. Like even like husbands being like, oh yeah, I do this for a living, saying their job. Oh, we need someone that does that. Like, message us back tomorrow. Like, it's been fun. I've really enjoyed it. But I was like, I should not be an event planner. I actually can't believe we were going to do this without security. They've been
so helpful.
Absolutely amazing. Like, I've kissed them both. They've been so good.
It's definitely the busy time of the night. That door is turning into more of a revolving door. There are guys coming in and out of there constantly. They've sent out security guards and things to go get her snacks and electrolytes and just to keep her sort of functioning.
Then, finally, the feat was complete and we were invited inside.
Hello. Good. Thank you. Is it complete?
We're done.
Oh, yeah.
Lily's just in the shower now.
As the sort of brains behind this and managing the whole thing, how did you think it went?
Planning wise, it's a bit hectic.
For sure.
I didn't know what to expect. So many guys left it really last minute, and we were getting messages today like, can I still do it?
Yeah.
But we had so many people drop out.
Yeah.
So when I was like going through like, yes, can you make it to London today? And a lot of them were like, yeah, that's fine. We were just like scrambling to get guys. So I was outside having a smoke with them all. We were just all talking and getting along. And then we come back in here and they've got the music on vibe and it was really nice. There were a couple of guys that Joe messaged me like, oh, I didn't really perform well. Can I come back? And we've been like, yeah, that's fine. And they've just like come back.
Oh, really?
Redeemed themselves because they've been like that nervous.
How do you think Lily found it?
I think, do you know, I've not had the chance to speak to her too much. She's been in there all day, and we've just like chucked her in the shower and like, she's exhausted. She's like, the first thing she said was like, I need a Nando's. I was like,
you've earned a Nando's.
Yeah, the Nando's is ordered. She's took it like a champ. She's done so well. Every time I've said, are you okay? Do you need a breather? She's like, no, bring the next guy in.
Seeing 100 guys come to have sex with Lily in one day, was that like something that obviously...
That part didn't feel too intense. It was more checking in on Lily felt intense.
Yeah.
Hello.
Let's just...
Hello. Hi.
Lily offered to show me the aftermath of their stunt.
Oh, it stinks.
What does it smell like?
Like brace yourself. Brace yourself.
What the fuck?
Oh
shit. Yo. Yeah, I wouldn't blame him for gagging.
Yeah, he's not good with smells.
Lily then walked us through the process that she had repeated 100 times that day.
Sorry for
Come on
saying
in,
that.
make yourself at home, take your shoes off. I've got some hangers here if you want to put your coat up.
Nice.
Come on in. Where you travel from? Say, oh, lovely.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so nice to meet you. I'll get you on the bed, make yourself comfortable, take off your trousers, and we're going to have a fun time. And I'll give them the phone camera. I'll just say, I'm guessing you don't want your face in it.
Yeah.
And if they don't, it'll be POV phone camera.
Yeah.
I'll start usually with and then I say like, is there anything you like, don't like, any certain position you want to do?
Yeah.
And then we kind of got straight into it.
Did you do with a condom on or?
No, I didn't. Condom off.
Okay, but then like once they're having sex, it's like condom on type thing.
Yeah.
It does smell a lot like sex. I mean, and there's rose. That's nice. Did one of the guys?
Rose.
And how are you feeling?
Surprisingly, downstairs is not really sore.
Okay.
It's more just tired. My eyes sting like nothing else.
Why?
Because of all the cum in it. I think I repeatedly said, you can't see, but not in my eyes.
Holy shit.
Well, I think like it might have been an accident. But no, I mean, I've definitely seen some fun today, Jesus. And it just took definitely a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. I think it was when it was only like 40 and I was like, I'm not even halfway yet.
Yeah. And
40 is still a lot of people. Like, imagine 40 people and be like, I'm not even halfway, like, done.
When was the last time you ate?
I had I think I had a yam yam. Yam yam, is that what they're called? A little pastry. And I think I had a sandwich and that was and then the rest come. It's not for the weak girls, if I'm honest. It was hard. I don't know if I'd recommend it.
Why not?
I think if you're a different type of girl, it's very like, it's kind of like being a prostitute in a sense of like, it's just a different feeling. I don't know how to explain it. Like,
it's not like just having sex with someone.
Yeah. Just one in, one out. Like, it feels intense.
Like more intense than you thought it might.
Definitely.
Sorry. Okay. Just take 2
minutes. 1 minute.
Oh, wow. Didn't see that coming, actually. Whoa.
I think I was you know when I talked to you last, like I was not nervous. It was like the day before I was like, oh, I'm so nervous. But it was good. It was more, I guess the interactions when like I'd have to stop them early and like you'd have to stand on business and be like, I'm so sorry, you got to go, and like the awkward interaction of like you feeling pressure to have to make them come if like you haven't spent enough time with them and feeling like they didn't, like you didn't give them a good time because like they only got 2 minutes.
And that's what's making you feel emotional, is that maybe you think you didn't give some guys a good enough time today?
Yeah, and it's hard, I think, having the interactions with them when they're like, what, you're not going to make me finish? I've come all this way. Like, kind of like guilt tripping me a little bit. I felt bad. Like, some people just travel so far. Like, I didn't want to give them a shit time and like come away from this and be like, oh, that's, yeah. I think sometimes like feeling so like robotic, like by the, I think like the 30th, you know, like when we're getting on a bit, I've got like a routine of like how we're going to do this. And like, it just, sometimes you'd like disassociate and be like, you know, like it's not like normal things at all. In my head right now, I can think of like 5, 6 guys, 10 guys that I remember, and that's it. But it's just, I don't know, it's just weird, isn't it? Like if I didn't have the videos, I wouldn't have known I've done 100, you know. But yeah, I think that was kind of the hard part, is like conversing with them, and like when they'd kind of be like, oh, like we've only had 2 minutes or 3 minutes and you said 5 on the message.
Did someone say that to you?
Yeah. And obviously it just makes me feel so bad.
Do you think you should feel bad about that?
I guess when you've promised something to people who support you, it's kind of hard to let them down.
But it's up to you, right? Like when you know.
Yeah.
Have you even processed, do you think, what's happened?
Not yet. God, I won't forget this day, Jesus.
When I decided to start making this documentary, I wasn't too sure of what to expect. I certainly didn't expect to see Lily so upset at the end of it all. I thought perhaps in years to come she may look back at this day in sadness, but not so instantly afterwards. She had stressed to me throughout my time with her how excited she was for this challenge and how this was her fantasy, so to see her so visibly upset at the end of it all was really sad. Yeah. But my confusion was only added to in the days following our filming with Lily, as she announced to her fans that in February of 2025, she would be sleeping with 1,000 men in a single day to break the world record.
Last week I did 101 guys. Now this was just the warm-up, because in February I'm going to be the first person ever to reach 4 digits of guys all in one day. Yes, 1,000 guys.
Maybe what we witnessed that night was just someone overwhelmed with emotion after completing such a monumental challenge. Or maybe we saw the true toll this career can have on a person.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow.
Holy shit. Wow, that... let me put my camera on real quick. Whoa, that was intense, and I'm just gonna keep it a buck with you and just really being genuine and real with you guys too, for anyone who is just watching my reaction when it comes to just watching this documentary for the first time, and it's just like, whoa. I mean, that was intense, you know, that was wild. I mean, I have nothing against Lily Phillips when it comes to her as a person. I think she's very gorgeous, you know, her body's beautiful and everything else. I don't know her personally, so I can't comment on that. And I'm just speaking it as a man too. I'm just gonna be really honest with you guys too. I'm not gonna sugarcoat shit. So when it comes to with this video, especially for any adults out there who are watching this too, so I'm gonna make sure to really just label it too when it comes to oh wait, hold up, is my camera frozen? Oh, hoping that my camera is frozen. Oh shit. Hold on a second. Yeah, so hopefully, you know, just to really label that too for just like, you know, for anyone who's watching this on YouTube. And it's just like, you know, it's just wild, you know, and especially, you know, when it comes to just, documentaries like this, especially when it's related to the, in the adult entertainment and industry, and, especially when it comes to with personal empowerment and all that. I'm just gonna really keep it a buck with you. I mean, it's just I know women who are like Lily Phillips too, and I've met some of them too. Some of them are friends of mine. Some of them I've just hooked up with too recently, it was like a few years ago, and I have nothing but fond memories of them too. And I'm not trying to get into detail of it too when it comes to just the details of it too, but I'm just gonna say this. It was just let me see if I could get my camera unfrozen here too. I'm not sure what's going on with that, but it's just when it comes to just how can I explain it? Especially when it comes to just with doing stuff when it comes to with personal empowerment, especially when it comes to embracing your sexuality. I mean, don't get me wrong, that's totally healthy, especially when it comes to for adults. If you're a straight man, if you're a straight woman, if you're bisexual man, bisexual woman, if you're if you're a gay woman, if you're a gay man, etc. And that's really good for your sacral chakras, because in Sanskrit too, and especially when it comes to the chakras, the sacral chakras too really connects with our reproductive organs, and it really really just connects to our sexuality and our creative energies too. And just when it comes to with personal empowerment and how you want to really just get to know yourself too, especially as a human being, whether you're a man or a woman, straight or gay, bisexual, etc. It's just really learning more about your sexuality is really good for your health, not just physically but also emotionally and mentally also. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong about this too. I'm just speaking from my own experience, being a Reiki practitioner, and even just from my yoga teacher training too. And it's just really good to just really not only to just really figuring out your sexuality as a person, especially if you're in your mid-20s, if you're 25, especially as you age too. It's really good to really discover that for yourself too, especially as adults, when it comes to just really going on that kind of personal empowerment kind of journey too, when it comes to getting to know who you are truly as a person, knowing what you like, what you don't like, etc. But when it comes to with stuff like this, when it comes to with sleeping with 100 people, I should say, in one day, that's that can really just be extreme, and I'm just speaking from my own personal experience and share my own feelings and thoughts about it too. When it comes to with my own opinions, you guys could disagree however you guys want. It's just it's if sleeping with 100 people in one day, that's kind of dangerous, just because it's you never know that people have certain kind of STDs, STIs, and people have certain intentions, especially when it comes to with men. I mean, especially straight men. See a beautiful woman like Lily Phillips, sometimes most men are territorial and they just want her all to themselves, and so that's kind of playing with fire basically too when it comes to with that. But who am I to judge though? Just because it's people could live their lives however they want, but it's kind of we gotta really be responsible for our own decisions at the end of the day. So it's kind of when it comes to just sleeping with 100 people, whether it could be men or even women too, that's still pushing it, just because it's it's dangerous. You never know that what people have when it comes to with their own body fluids, and just STIs, STDs, and especially with intentions too. People can really just be jealous, envious. They could do the most craziest shit, especially if they are affectionate with someone, and if really especially if you really care about someone too. People will go out of their way just to really do the most craziest shit. I've seen it before in my own eyes, from personal experience. And so, but I could be totally wrong about it too. And even just now, and even just watching this documentary for the first time, and all I gotta say and just sum it up in a few words is just damn. It's just wild. I mean, it's just like I have nothing against Lily Phillips. I mean, she's a beautiful woman, you know, her body's beautiful. I mean, I have nothing against her. She seems like a sweet woman. But I know, like, when it comes to just really doing stuff, like, especially if, you know, like, and you guys could comment on it too, have you guys want to comment about it. And it's just like, you know, when it comes to, like, with social media, it can really just be like a double-edged sword. I mean, you could, you know, especially if you're an artist, if you make certain content, if you're, you know, especially if you're an artist, and if you're making certain content, it could be with music or entertainment or anything like that. And just like, you know, it can really just be addicting, whether it could be like on YouTube, Instagram, or even just like, you know, other platforms like OnlyFans and Patreon too, especially. I mean, it's just like, you know, what we consume, especially what we watch, what we see, I mean, it can really just have an effect on our energy too, and our mindset, and, you know, and our emotions too. And I'm not trying to be holier than thou. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love to watch gaming content. I love beautiful women. You know, as you can see, I'm a black man. I love beautiful black women, white women, Asian, Latino, alien, Kryptonian, insane, you name it too, even goddesses too, you know, and other deities as well, Aphrodite especially. Hell yeah. I mean, if I could spend one day with her, I'll definitely do an RV. And I'm not gonna cap about it too, shit. I mean, I'm just gonna give it a buck, you know. And just like even other, you know, deities like Aphrodite, it's just like a African one too. I mean, hell yeah, definitely, for sure, you know, and other ones too. But, you know, getting back to the point of this, you know, of this reaction videos, especially watching this documentary for the first time, it's just, you know, again, I have nothing against Lily Phillips. I think she's a beautiful woman, and I don't know her personally, so who am I to judge and say that she's wrong for doing that and this and that, just because it's like, you know, we're in a different age where we can really just make a living making content with our computers, with our phones. And even like whether you're in the tantra community, if you're in a dominant and submissive communities too, or you're in the adult industry, or the adult entertainment industry, or in the entertainment industry itself, you know, you can really just make certain content for people, whether it be music, it could be videos, it could be just with art forms, it could be with just, you know, practices, and, you know, all sorts of stuff. There's so much stuff, you know, that we can really just, you know, make a living, especially if like people are certified in certain, you know, practices or certain stuff too, like with, you know, in the tantra community, and especially if you're in the spiritual and wellness, you know, communities too. So, and even like, again, what I was talking about with just like with personal empowerment, especially when it comes to just, you know, getting to know who you are as a person too, you know, understanding your own sexuality, you know, that's a beautiful thing. And I can't tell people how they should really just connect with their own sexuality. I'm just going to really be a big supporter for people, especially for adults too, who are 25 and, you know, older too, to really find that for themselves in a really in a healthy and powerful way too. And just like, you know, when it comes to, you know, especially with men and women, just discovering that for themselves and embracing who they are as, you know, people too, when it comes to connecting with their own sexuality in a healthy way. You know, I'm a big supporter of that. I'm not a hypocrite. I'm not gonna, you know, say, you know, women shouldn't do this when it comes to with their own bodies, and then the next day I'm just watching something on Pornhub and OnlyFans. I'll be a big ass fucking hypocrite if I did that shit, honestly. And if I do that shit, call me out on it too. I'm really just being serious with that too. So when it comes to with that, I mean, hell, I mean, I had experiences as a black man in America. Shit, I mean, you know, I have, you know, stories where just people want to hook up with me too, just because you know, people say I'm a good looking guy. I mean, I don't, you know, say that a lot too, but people perceive me to be, you know, good looking guy, not because of my looks, but also because who I am as a man and how I was raised, you know, with my parents and all that. God bless their souls, especially my mom too. God bless her soul. I miss her so much. And, you know, that's kind of like, you know, with that, you know, and even just like, you know, you know, how my relationship with women is too. And I love my mother. She raised me to be who I am too, along with my, you know, my dad too, but really just talking about my mom. It's just like, it really just made me have like a really powerful and healthy relationship with women too, especially with women who are different, you know, and, you know, whether it's a white woman or she's Asian or she's, you know, Latino, and etc. too, you know. So again, I'm sorry if my camera keeps freezing up. I'm not sure what's going on with that. I have to really get that fixed. I'm not sure what it is, but I don't know if it's OBS or not, but it's just like, you know, when it comes to just explaining that, I mean, I'm just gonna keep it a bug, and I'm just gonna say this too, like when it comes to, with, like I said, personal empowerment, you know, just really getting to know yourself, you know, when it comes to with your sexuality, and doing that in healthy and powerful ways. I'm a big supporter of that. But when it comes to with those extremes, especially like, you know, with those extremes like sleeping with certain, like 100 people in one day, or whether it's men or women too, that can really just be dangerous, you know, just because you're putting your health at risk to getting like a STD, STI, or even just like, you know, people just be obsessive towards you too, because I experienced that in my own life, and just like, you know, people being obsessive towards me and other kind of weird shit too. But I'll have to explain that in another day too, and trying to remember that, because it's like, with me, I like to just learn from those experiences and just move the fuck on, you know. So, but I'm not gonna hold it against people too who did some weird shit towards me. I'm a really easygoing person too. It's just like, you really got to be a special person to really just piss me off, you know, and all that. And so it's, but other than that though too, this documentary was really well produced, especially by Josh Peters. If I'm saying his name correctly, shout out to you. You did a really good job, you know, making this documentary. And nothing against Lily Phillips too. Again, if she's watching this, you know, hope you're doing okay. You're a beautiful woman inside and out. I mean, I have nothing against you just from watching your documentary. I know, you know, when it comes to, I know women like you too, when it comes to certain white men who are adventurous, affectionate, and like to just do the most wild things too. I've met so many of you guys too, but it's nothing against that too, because it's like, you know, I like adventurous, affectionate women too, and especially if you do that in a really healthy way too, when it comes to with that. So, yeah, I think I just expose myself and put myself out there, but what the hell, because I have nothing to hide. I mean, I'll just keep it a buck with you and just really be upfront with my audience, because I don't want to hide nothing from you guys. And, you know, I really, you know, appreciate you guys too, especially for, you know, anyone who is just, you know, who's just, you know, who love to just have open discussions like this, and who love entertainment, personal empowerment, relationships, spirituality, you know, etc. And yeah, that's basically pretty much it. I got like so many other content that I have to create too, you know, other 15 videos too that I'm gonna create. Some is for this channel, some of it, you know, is for my gaming channel too. But if you guys have enjoyed my reaction, you know, to this documentary too, you're more than welcome to share your own feelings and thoughts about it, especially, you know, when it comes to with the documentary itself by Josh Peters, if I'm saying his name correctly. You know, big shout out to him for making a documentary. I hope, you know, Lily Phillips, if you're watching this or listening to this too, you know, hope you're doing well, staying safe, staying healthy. You know, I'm a big advocate when it comes to just, you know, for people to really just living their best lives in a really healthy and powerful way too, you know, where they're not only taking care of themselves, but the people that they care about and their environment too. I'm a big supporter of that, and will be too, until the end of my days too. And so, yeah, other than that though, yeah, especially to my audience also too, who is watching this, hope you guys, you know, are doing well and living your best lives. And I'm sorry if my camera keeps like, you know, freezing and unfreezing too. I'm not sure what's up with that. I might have to get this, I'm not sure I have to get my laptop service. I have an Apple subscription of it too, so that's a good thing too. But other than that though, I think my computer's alright. I might just, you know, need to just check out what's going on, but, or if it's just OBS, I'm not sure what it is. You know, you guys could, you know, share your own feelings and thoughts about it too. If you notice that, you know, I freeze in certain places too when it comes to with, you know, my video quality too, and if my microphone quality too. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm about to say too with this documentary. I mean, I'm gonna subscribe to Josh Peters if he makes more documentaries like this. I mean, I'm a big supporter when it comes to with his documentary, watching it for the first time, especially, you know, as a straight black man myself who loves women. I mean, this was a wild ass documentary. It's just, you know, hearing my reactions to from certain, you know, scenes too when it comes to with interviewing Lily Phillips, and I was like, oh shit, I couldn't help my reaction, and that's okay. I'm human, you know, like we all are too, for anyone who is watching this. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, so if you guys like my, you know, reaction to this documentary, you're more than welcome to share your own feelings and thoughts about it. If you guys, you know, want to watch this documentary for yourselves, I'll make sure to post a link to the original video in the description below. So if you guys ever want to watch it for yourselves at any time, if you want to subscribe to Josh Peters' documentary too, that's totally cool. Yeah, and like if you know, if any of you guys, especially to anyone who's like got like this weird agenda against me too because I'm black or anything else, if you just leave any kind of like disrespectful comments, all I'm gonna do is just gonna, you know, hide you from my channel too. So, you know, I don't tolerate any kind of bullshit, and I'm not a doormat. I'm just gonna let you guys know for any kind of, you know, people out there who have this kind of weird agenda against me, or for the people who stalk me or, you know, hate me for some weird ass reason too. So I'm just gonna keep it a buck. I'm just gonna, we talk shit, you're just gonna get hit. I'm not hit, but like, I'm gonna hide you from my channel. So I have to really rephrase that. I don't want to break no terms of service when it comes to YouTube. So sorry about that, YouTube. I'm just like, for any haters out there too, you know, you just be careful at your own risk. If you talk shit, you're gonna get blocked, basically. So yeah, anyways, but again, you know, thank you guys for watching. Many blessings to all my new subscribers out there too, and for people who are watching this, you know, new subscribers, and you know, I say loyal subscribers too, and anyone who's watching this for the first time, for the second time too. You know, I have nothing but appreciation for you guys too. You guys take care, stay safe, live your best lives, especially if you're a man or a woman too. You know, I have nothing but love and appreciation for you guys too, in a healthy and respectful way, of course too. And I will see you guys around. So peace and many blessings.